This 26 Sports and CCTV high school basketball presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, it's halftime here. Both teams warming up their final minute or so. You're enjoying the Cadillac Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Mike Filkins. Jason, good half for both teams. Hard played. Petoskey with a 4-point lead with Nathaniel Spatafor leading the way with 9 points. And Nathaniel Rodriguez with 4. And Jade Spurgeon with a late three-pointer for 3. Keaton Walker has 2. John McCloskey has 2. And Isaiah Grove with 2 points for Petoskey.
Yeah, for Cadillac, it was pretty balanced scoring. Kel Mickelson led the way with 6, but 6 different players have scored to make up their 20 points. They've hit 4 threes, including the very first possession of the game, and that actually has kept them in it a little bit. They've struggled a little with their offensive sets, but hopefully for Cadillac, they've made some adjustments at halftime and come out ready to go.
You know, we're seeing both teams playing some hard man defense. Cadillac switching to a little bit of an odd front zone out there. The Vikings looking to double off of any offensive ball screen in their man defense against Petoskey. Kind of throwing them off a little bit. Petoskey not really doing that, but they're really good at getting in the passing lanes and staying low to the ground, playing some tough man defense. Backdoor cut by Mickelson right there. That's something that they drew up out of the thing. Vikings get a good 3 out of that. We hadn't seen the backdoor cut against that hard man yet.
I think they might have got a break on a call there.
Yeah.
But Aiden Raphael, that's an offensive rebound for him. So Cadillac gets a run out of bounds play underneath, which they're pretty good at.
Logan Wild's three-point shot was a little bit off right there. Baker with a little bit of a forced pass, turnover, and back comes Petoskey. They kind of beat the Vikings down the floor a few times in the first half. We're going to see a turnover right here. And how can you not fault that effort right there by number 14, Nathaniel Spatafor?
Yeah, he's an effort player, and their whole team is kind of like that. They want to get after it. Like I said earlier, they're not the tallest across the board, but their guards really put the pressure on.
When you see your lone senior starter doing that, it just sends a message to everybody else on that team and on that bench. This is what it takes. Backdoor cut, nice little jump stop in there. 2 points for Wild.
Good job by Logan Wild, and he's comfortable on that left side, but for him to take it strong like that is a plus for the Vikings.
Long shot right there is off. Unable to control it easily was Tip Baker. He dives on the floor, gets it over to Raphael. Raphael looks. And out of that fast break opportunity, Logan Wild's jump shot's a little off.
Yeah, it was still a good look.
It was.
Logan's had 3 good looks already in the first minute and a half.
Going behind the back. On the penetration, Keaton Walker gets 2 points to bump the lead back to 4. Wild with that left hand is able to find Charlie Rundstrom as he penetrated baseline. Gets an assist on Rundstrom's 3. Vikings look to double team and keep him in that corner, but nice job by Keaton Walker to get out of there. Spatafor looks inside. The weak side defense by Logan Wild was right where it needed to be.
Aiden Raphael came to help, and Logan helped the helper, and that was great defense right there.
That makes coaches happy when they see that, because that's stuff you work on a lot, as we see Mickelson penetrate, go with his left hand and finish. And the Vikings have jumped up on top 27-26 with 5:34 to go. You're watching boys basketball here from Cadillac High School on 26 Sports and CCTV. I'm Dan Gusser, and with me is Jason Main. Petoskey runs a different set right here. That's the call we've seen all game long. No body on the first shot, no body foul called. Shot by Nathaniel Spatafor was off. He got his own rebound. Yeah, he does get fouled pretty good on the rebound shot
and
attempt.
Charlie, it's one of those ones where if you're going to foul him, you might as well foul him and keep him from getting an and one shot there.
So he's back to the free throw line. He's the only Petoskey player that shot a free throw in the first half. He missed the first 2 of the game that he took, but he drained that one. We see a turnover right there against that defense, full court man of Petoskey's. And the Vikings get it right back. We got a kicked ball call on Petoskey. That'll bring it right back to the Vikings here. They're down by 2.
That's something Cadillac can't do is they've done it twice so far. Just a nice, simple inbounds play it leads to a steal where, Petoskey doesn't make a great play on it. They just make a bad pass.
So we're going to mention our camera crew right now. The Vikings have the ball here on offense. Zach Wiggins and Robbie Hunt and Damian Brooks are our 3 camera operators tonight. And back in the truck doing our graphics and score update and everything, Autumn Rodriguez. And our director tonight is Heather Stilson. Thank you to those folks. They do such an awesome job here to help us bring you this high school game. Nicholson has it taken away from him as he goes to the basket. Spatafor with it. He goes baseline, falls down, keeps his dribble.
And Petoskey's good about once they don't have something, they reset it and they don't have to force it. They like to get it to Spatafor to make some things on offense.
Yeah, between Spatafor and Walker, their penetration to the basket, finding open teammates has really paid off here tonight. This is Grohl with the ball.
Yeah, Rodriguez hasn't been in yet, and I kind of would expect him to come in pretty soon. Evan Boer's checking in for the Cadillac Vikings.
Cale Mickelson chasing Spatafor all over the floor, finally loses him. Off a patient offensive set by Petoskey. Spatafor drains his second three-pointer of the game. He now has 15 points. Rundstrom's going to get to the basket.
Get in there.
And he gets end one. That's something that Charlie's kind of added to his bag of tricks here as the 2019 season, part of the season. We didn't see Charlie before the holidays take it to the basket much, and I think that's the second or maybe the third time tonight, Jason.
Yep, third time. I don't think he's done it much all year.
Yeah. Nope. Something he probably worked on a lot in the gym. Probably kind of always been there, but, as he's gaining the confidence of playing at this level.
As a senior, he's getting stronger, and, sometimes you just realize, hey, this is my last year to play basketball.
Yeah. We'll see how he does here from the free throw line. And he drains that. Charlie, we all know, is just a solid shooter. He likes to sit out on that three-point line. He's solid from the free throw line also. But going to the basket, that makes everything else a little bit easier for you too. And the Vikings go back to that zone now. A little bit of a 1-3-1 zone with the long arms again of Evan Boer up top. We'll see how Petoskey adjusts to this.
Yeah, as soon as Evan comes in, it's almost a thing they like to do.
Petoskey was patient in the first half with it, but they just weren't in their offensive flow. That's a tough foul call right there. That looked like a stumble from up here.
I think he was out of control, and the ref was kind of shielded by the defender there. So.
Yep. Raphael picks up his first. Our officials tonight, we've got Bill Bartholomew, Kyle Handorf, and Mark Stewart.
Rodriguez makes the first one there.
You had called a minute or two ago. We kind of expected to see him back. He drains his first free throw of the night. Give him 5 points and now 6. Petoskey gets right back in that full court man-to-man defense. Vikings get it inbounds, and Baker's going to bring it up. Guarded by Tim Chittenden. Raphael comes off the screen. Picked up real well in there by Rodriguez. Mickelson penetrates, steps back to the 3 and misses, and here comes Petoskey's Spurgeon.
Offensive rebounds, Dan.
2 of them in there,
yeah.
Yep. And Coach Benzenberg said, if the Vikings didn't rebound really well, and if they struggled on or against that Northman defense, that they might have some troubles tonight. We're seeing that, but you know what?
Yeah.
They're playing well enough, I think, on the defensive end, other than the rebounding, that they're keeping the game close at this point.
There's been a couple shuffling of feet that they.
Yeah, there was one there, wasn't there? And it's always easier to see from up here. Walker with the ball. Spatafor. That's 24. Tim Crittenden. Stumbling and falling is Nathaniel Rodriguez.
Yeah,
puts it in off the glass.
That's just a factor that he's so much taller than people. He can do that.
So this is Baker for the Vikings. He penetrates. Vikings run a little bit more of a spread offense right there and open that middle up for him. I'm not sure if that's a called play. I have a feeling it is.
Yeah,
he does draw a foul, and he's going to go to the line.
Yep, and I think first option is Tip take his guy to the man or the hole, and then second option is somebody helps kick it out.
Yep. Let Tip make a decision. He's smart in there. He handles the ball well enough, and we're going to see Petoskey's Tim Crittenden pick up his second foul right there, third on the team. Checking in for the Vikings is number 33, Levi Klotz. He's in for Charlie Runstrom, and number 5 for Petoskey, Gabe Whitmore. Baker will have his second free throw coming up right here. He drains them both. Back comes Petoskey, quickly coming down the floor. Vikings in that 1-3-1 zone.
It's probably where Petoskey wants the ball in Spatafor's hands. They like him at the high post right there.
Yeah, he's been setting some top screens up there. This time it's Rodriguez that comes up. Going down in the corner right there, turning it over for the Vikings. That's going to be off from our view, Jason. And it is going to stay with White. He has number 22 right there for the Vikings.
Yeah, Evan had a good look.
That's Logan, I think. Isn't that Logan Wild?
It
22?
is. Yep. And Evan had a good look out here on the wing for the 3, but it really wasn't, didn't have his feet really set.
Designed to step out to the three-point line. Shot out of that inbounds pass. Unable to finish for the Vikings, though. Petoskey comes back. And we've got an over-the-back call called on number 34, Nathaniel Rodriguez. I think that might be his second.
Good box out by Aiden Raphael right there.
Just his first. It is the 4th team foul for Petoskey. A couple more and the Vikings will be shooting free throws.
That's the best way to eliminate the
yes.
offensive rebounds, is to get a good box out.
So we are under a minute to go. We got another three-point shot here by the Vikings. That's 3 in a row, I think. None of them able to go. Raphael with a strong rebound. Up and off the glass is no good, and I think the Vikings will keep that as it was tipped, I think, by number 14 right there, Nathaniel Spatafor. Vikings are going to take it out of bounds. Last time they ran the little play for Levi Klotz to get the three-point jump shot out of bounds. This time it's a different look as they look for him inside right away. So they're definitely looking for him coming back in off that inbounds. And as you're defending that, Jason,
yeah, you're
really looking for the ball, and your first step is, to defend that pass, and that gives Levi all the room he needs to get open. He's got to finish those.
Yep, usually the one quick look away, and then that's it. And sometimes the most dangerous guy is the guy taking it out of bounds.
And this is how our half's going to end here. No shot. 36-32, so Petoskey's going to maintain that 4-point lead that they had at halftime. Jason and I will be right back here on 26 Sports and CCTV with what we expect to be is a thrilling fourth quarter, everybody.